Hey there, internets. I got another story for you. Realms Charted, Uncharted Realms. This time we're going to be talking about All That Came Before. This is a story featuring the Ancestral Mask card from Eternal Masters. And so let's get into the story. The story is about Cho-ahkan, and she is part of the cho-ahkan people from Rushwood on the Mercadia plane. All the people in this village have Cho before their name, Cho-ahkan, Cho-ran. As the story quickly drops off that part of their name, I'm going to do the same. I'm not really going to call everyone Cho everything. Ahkan is the main character. She is the daughter of the village embalmer, helps the dead get ready for their spiritual journey through the Soul River to the next realm. She has a brother, Cho-ran. She had a father who died, so her mother has taken another lover, a hunter woman. So in the story she has two moms. And the story starts out with Ahkan having to help her mother prepare a body that for some reason stinks, especially has a darkness in their organs. So she has to go to the forest to get the nice smelling leaves or whatever. So she goes into the forest to get them. She sees a troll. As to not be seen, she tries to go around and instead falls down a hill and notices a buried ruins, a sort of tomb. She goes into to explore it. When she's there, she finds a dead body with a weird mask on it. She kind of freaks out and she goes home. She tells her moms that she saw the troll. Her mom says the trolls have been acting weird. The forest's been acting weird. I think Mercadia is gonna come try and mess us up. Ahkan says, I don't think you know what you're talking about. The trolls are just being trolly. And when she was dismissed by her mom, it frustrates her. So she says, well, I found a dead body also. It was inside a little cave thing with a mask on it. Her mom says, oh, that was probably one of the older sorcerers from the village. They knew powers and stuff that we don't know anymore. So they kind of forget about it. And then as the story goes, more people from the village get this sort of sickness in their body. They get the blackened organs, and they're getting kind of nervous. They don't know how to stop the problem. When Ahkan's brother dies, she kind of flips out. She says, how could this happen to our village? We're just getting picked off by this disease. There's nothing I can do. She feels kind of summoned back to the room where she found the mask. She goes to the mask, and when she sees it, she feels voices in her head. The voices are telling her, oh, the people have forgotten the old ways, the powers, they don't know how to do this. She kind of has a dialogue with these voices. I want power, like, help me out. I want to do something to save my village. It's getting destroyed. The voices say, oh, well, you can't really take on this power lightly. When you use this power, it's going to encompass your being. You're not going to be yourself anymore. You're going to lose your identity. Which, this is kind of like the training that Arya is going through in Season 6 of Game of Thrones. No spoilers. Ahkan says, that's fine with me. Anything I can do to save my village. So she gets the mask. On one side it's smooth, it's just like a mask. On the other, it's jagged, there's points. So when she pushes it onto her face, it goes in, it cuts her, she begins bleeding. As she's bleeding, she goes into a kind of vision. In her head, she sees the Mercadians coming through Rushwood, the forest, coming to destroy her village. she sees, oh, Mom was right. What am I going to do? She imagines running and letting them know. It's too late. Her village is destroyed. She's in a fever dream, kind of, at this time. She doesn't know what's going on. When she wakes up, she's in the River of Souls. With the mask's power, she can see, oh yeah, her mom was right. There are souls in the river. They go through, they live in this river. All the people that she knew before and the ancestors before that, even before they even were called the cho-ahkan, that far back, they're all hanging out. She takes the mask off, and in the place of the mask is dots, patterns, all the stuff we see in the art for the ancestral mask. And that leaves her with all the memories of the people of her past. When her mothers find her, they say, "Cho-ahkan, it's you, you're back. Where were you?" And she says, "Oh, cho-ahkan, like I was called that before, but I'm also cho-ran, cho-saran, cho, all these different people." She even names people who aren't cho. She names a bunch of people that have died, and she says, you know, we're everyone, we're an army now. We're gonna be fine against whoever comes at us. She talks to her hunter mom and says, let's go with our army of all the people and stop the Mercadians from coming into our village. And then as kind of a little postscript out of her personality, it says, the Mercadians were expecting one little village, sickened, ready to be taken, kind of explaining that it was the Mercadians poisoning the people, the forest, trying to soften them up so they could just come and destroy the village. But then it says, you know, they weren't expecting an army of every Cho who had ever lived there, who had ever called Rushwood their home. And it says, won't they be surprised? So in fact, yes, there is going to be an army of spirit people, I guess. So that's the story. The ancestral mask helps the cho-ahkan people defend their village, and I think it was a neat story. It kind of took a little bit to get to the ancestral mask part, but it was nice to see Mercadia. I wasn't expecting there to be a story about Mercadia in this little break. But next week we're going to go back to Shadows over Innistrad, and I think we're going to find out about Nahiri or about Emrakul coming back. So we'll see you next time, internets.